BBC Undercover has come out again. You know, some years ago, the United Kingdom came out with a policy that they want a certain number of people in their country so that they will be able to cover a certain gap in their employment sector, which is the health sector, the construction sector, the IT sector, and others. So when they came out with this, they opened their immigration processes so that they will be able to allow a lot of people outside the United Kingdom to come and work for them. Because of that sector, you have a company, a registered company. I want to bring people to come and work for you. You have to apply for certificate of sponsorship from the state before you will be able to give that to the person, for the person to apply for visa and come to the country. People in the United Kingdom took advantage of this decision and then started frauding a lot of people outside the country. And the government complained heavily on this issue because they heard a lot of people have been visiting or have been coming to work for the United Kingdom with the certificate of sponsorship, but they sold the certificate of sponsorship to them. The issue came up and the United Kingdom became furious. So they have tightened their immigration processes now. Now, before an agency will be able to get certificate of sponsorship for someone outside the country, it entails a lot. You have to have a certain amount of money in your company's account. You have to know that you can pay this number of people with this high amount, and it's affecting most of the care company. Due to that, some people took advantage, some Africans took advantage of this. They started frauding people, giving them fake certificate of sponsorship. Some they will give you the certificate of sponsorship to the United Kingdom and there's no job for you to do. Big people complained bitterly. So when this issue came out, BBC African Eye did not sleep over it. They started their investigation. Dr. Kevin Alaneme, who is a Nigerian.
I'm Olaron Kialo, and for the past year, I have been secretly uncovering the UK's visa scam industry.
Are you wearing a wire?
Exposing the scammers wrecking lives.
Just get to me, girls.
Okay.
I can make a millionaire about.
I'm going to show you the reality of migration no one wants to talk about.
What have I gotten myself into?
Doctor in the United Kingdom. He has been recruiting a lot of people to United Kingdom with this same certificate of sponsorship. So he charges huge amount of money from the people to give them the certificate of sponsorship before they will be able to visit the United Kingdom. And most of the people who have sold this certificate of sponsorship to complain that when they go to the United Kingdom, there is no job for them to do. Some have been left stranded. They are on the street. They can't eat. They can't even call their family. The money he charged for this certificate of sponsorship is very huge. Due to that, in Africa, before you be able to raise such amount of money, you have to either sell your properties, your land, your house, your car, or others, and take loan on top before you be able to pay this huge amount. And people did all this because they want a better life for themselves and their families. But Mr. Alaneme took this money and decided to give them a certificate of sponsorship, which has no job for the people. And BBC African Eye, and in the investigation, captured Mr. Alaneme in his processes. They connived with people to meet Mr. Alaneme. He gave them ideas of how he does his processes. At times, he will give you a certificate of sponsorship and there is no job. Then they will connect with the agency. When you come to the United Kingdom, then you work for other companies. You pay the agency that gave you the certificate of sponsorship and they will run through the system and give you some amount of money for you to be like they are paying you, you are working with them, sort of thing. And the BBC African Eye said that this is a new thing they have discovered for Mr. Alaneme. They haven't heard such thing happening in the system.
But I don't think he has the output.
Yes. I reviewed Dr. Alaneme's response with Carla Thomas, an ex-Home Office worker turned independent immigration advisor.
I have sold that kind of theory. I've done that kind of business. But for me, I'm always very upfront and honest to my clients. Yes, so many others. Some of them are in the UK, came in without letting, but I do them upfront. So they mean, the advantage with having a COS without ours is that you can choose any city you can go to Glasgow, you can stay in London, you can live anywhere.
It's hard to know where to start.
I don't know if there's the competition within Ghanaians and Nigerians is in the bad form like that. Because when this Nigerian Mr. Alaneme did this thing, a Ghanaian was also able to register a care company to get certificate of sponsorship from the Home Office and showed this to a lot of people. Some said they paid £7,000, £10,000, £15,000, £14,000. Some people who were in the video said that they are in the United Kingdom because they are there. They wanted their brothers and sisters in Africa to join them. So they paid huge amount of money to Mr. Kwesi Ajiman Prempe. And this name, somehow, you see that it's a Ghanaian name. Kwesi Ajiman Prempe. They paid huge amount of money to this man. But this Kwesi Ajiman Prempe decided not to fulfill the reason why they paid the money to him. They haven't been able to bring their people to their country. The money has gone into thin air, and Kwesi Ajiman Prempe is nowhere to be found. So a lot of people have complained about this guy, and BBC African Eye was able to capture the guy and started negotiating with the guy because they wanted to. They did it in a way that we have care homes, we have companies, we want to bring people to come and work in the United Kingdom. So how best can you help us bring our people to the United Kingdom?
Nana Kwesi Ajiman Prempe. Multiple accusations against him have been posted online, and I'm keen to find out more.
And it gave me a lot of depression, seriously. I was down. Paid off some of the money, but
How much have you paid?
for now, I pay 6,000.
I've paid 22,000.
From your pocket?
Yeah, for mine. It's just not right when I think of it. To think money that I haven't spent it. You know, I borrowed money from my uncle. And then now, because of that, my family, including my own mother, we don't talk. Don't talk because of what? Somebody's stupidity. Why?
It's okay.
I have to work endlessly. And this guy is going on and on.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot to pay back. And I really hope you get justice.
The more I think of it, Nana needs to be brought to book.
And Kwesi Ajiman Prempe gave a detail of how he would do it, because now how to get certificate of sponsorship in the United Kingdom has been difficult. He had diverted from the care sector to the construction sector now. Now it is construction. So when you offer a certificate of sponsorship to you in the construction side, just be careful. Read the certificate of sponsorship well so that you know that it's a valid one. The guy, Kwesi Ajiman Prempe, is in the construction sector now. He has been able to divert from the health and gotten a certificate in the construction side. So now he can recruit people from Africa to the United Kingdom into their construction sector. He has been giving people a fake certificate of sponsorship. He will draft it by himself, not original one. When you will verify in the Home Office system, you see that it's invalid. The certificate does not exist. And this has been going on. It has affected a lot of Ghanaians in the country. Because anytime he's given a certificate of sponsorship to you, can go to the Home Office. You have other ways you can verify the validity of the certificate of sponsorship. So this guy has been frauding a lot of people in the country. It has affected them financially, emotionally, and people are crying, cursing him, and they are praying that the government will be able to arrest this guy and bring him to justice. Please, we want this thing to stop. There are other ways and means. If you want to help someone or you want to give someone a certificate of sponsorship, you can genuinely give the person. But in the form of giving fake certificate of sponsorship to the person, take huge amount from him, is very bad. Because if this person used the certificate of sponsorship to apply for the visa, what will happen? They will see that it's a fake certificate of sponsorship and the person will be banned for so many years. Which affect the person. You are taking the person's money and the person's chances to travel outside the country is going to be affected, which is very bad. So now, everyone who buys certificate of sponsorship, or because it's free, certificate of sponsorship is free. If you qualify, you apply for them. When you get the offer, the government, this company itself will apply for the certificate of sponsorship for you. The immigration process for you to come and work for them. It's free. Certificate of sponsorship is free. You shouldn't pay for that. But if they are charging you to pay for certificate of sponsorship, you have to be careful and make sure you confirm the validity of that certificate of sponsorship. If not, the money will go into thin air and you will complain bitterly. You know, in Africa, it's difficult to raise such amount of pounds. So if you are not able to know that this certificate of sponsorship is valid, then it's going to affect you. Dr. Kevin Alamine came to his social media, Twitter, now known as X. He came to the site and wrote a lot of things about what BBC African Eye has bought. He's saying that his company is not into any fraudulent act. They do genuine things. They help people to immigrate to the United Kingdom and other countries. They help people to book flights. They help people in their document processes. So the company is genuine and there is nothing wrong with their processes. So Mr. Alanme is now in the court challenging the BBC African because he believes he has not done anything fraudulent in that video. But most of the Africans are complaining that, hey, champion, video ba abontin, ya hu se uwo mu a o chire omo kwan afa so ajeja manfuska kwan afa so aye say even crowd mo ise omo offer no, you wanted to charge and then give them the offer. So why are you now saying that adena enye fraud bia na a genuine job? So this guy recently he even launched his book Ten Sports, and this book is out there. And people respected this guy because he has been making a lot of impact to the people in Africa. So why are you involved in this fraudulent act? We entreat each and everybody. We are not saying that you should not make money, but make it in a good way. So that if you get the money, the value of that money will be better and it would have good impact in your life. Yes, how will you feel when someone goes into a lot of pain, crying, debt, even have not been able to communicate with their family members and other people around them because they owe them? It's very bad. Thank you very much. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and share my videos. Thank you.